trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free as I continue walking in this mystery. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am stronger every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, but I can choose to take a higher path each day. And now I know that what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am kinder every moment, every day. And I am loving every moment, every day. I will surrender every moment, every day. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. I start my day with love. When I start my day with love, that's what I get more of, is love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. I feel it, love, love, love. Love, love, love. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release of peace. I start my day with peace. When I start my day with peace, I feel that sweet release of peace. Peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. I'm choosing peace, peace, peace. Peace, peace, peace. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. I start my day with joy. When I start my day with joy, everything I do is infused with joy. start my day with joy. I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. I start my day with love. I start my day with peace. I start my day with joy, and I feel that sweet release. Yeah. Well, good morning, everyone. How are we today? Good. I like that. Take your seats so you can stand. I like that. All right, everyone. Are we ready to be lights in this world? Let's stand. Yes, I love that. David, you're so positive today. Continue to be lights in this world. My goodness. I haven't felt like a light in the world. Oh, my tooth has been hurting all week. But today, here we go. I am a light. I am a light in this world. I am a light. I am a light. I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine. And I shine so bright. Now get ready to turn to your neighbor and say, you're a light. You are a light. You are a light. You are a light in this world. You are a light. You are a light. You are a light in this world. And you shine. And you shine. And you shine so bright. And you shine. And you shine. And you shine so bright. And we are the light. Here we go. We are the light. We are the light. We are a light in this world. We are a light. We are a light. We are a light in this world. And we shine. And we shine. And we shine so bright. And we shine. And we shine. And we shine so bright.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the second half of 2026. Who can believe it's gone by this fast? And retirement has not helped. It just accelerated it. Okay, so I would like to first, our visioning statement that's on the front of our program. Let's read that together. As we know, our new minister is on their way. We are a loving, harmonious community, releasing judgment and trusting our oneness with Spirit. We are joyfully and confidentially moving towards our highest vision with faith, creativity, intuition, and prayer. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and our practitioners, I am privileged to welcome you to the Sonoran Desert Center for Spiritual Living. Whoever you are and wherever you are on your spiritual path, you are truly welcome here. Here you will be validated, supported, and encouraged to be all you are meant to be. Our vision statement is love in action every day in every way. We express this love by learning and living the principles of the science of mind. On the back of your program, you will find our Declaration of Principle. Please join me now in reading them. This is a reading session, so, we start off with the visioning, then we do this, and so. All right. I believe there is an infinite intelligence operating throughout the universe. I believe this intelligent power is only good. I believe this intelligence expresses as me. I believe through my conscious use of this power, I create my life as happy, healthy, and complete. And so it is. Do we have any first-timers? If you don't mind standing and introducing yourself, telling us where you're from.
I'm Vaughn, originally from Las Vegas, and just along out of my long lost friends here.
Yes.
Moved to the Green Valley area.
Yes. Welcome.
I'm John, and I live in Green Valley, and this is my first time here, but we've been here over a year, so we're looking forward to finding a new place.
Welcome home.
And I'm Pat. I'm from Phoenix originally, but I live in Green Valley, and I'm so grateful to be here today. Thank you.
All right. I love it. This is great. Where first-timers meet. We invite you to stay. There's wonderful refreshments after. Please stick around, talk to us, get to know us. This is a wonderful center, and I believe that you will enjoy it thoroughly. I do.
No, not you.
We would like to thank all the people that make this Sunday celebration possible. And first of all, it's all of you. As you see, it's friendly and people know each other, and it is just a wonderful spot to be in. So if you weren't here, it wouldn't be the same. And even for our snowbirds who aren't here, it's a little different, but it is still a very loving community. So I'd like to thank the ones who make everything, make sure everything is set up and the place for a gathering. I want to say thanks to the men's breakfast yesterday. The tables were like right in the middle, and all the chairs were pushed to the side, and everyone just, when we finished, just started putting it together, and you would have never known that we had men's breakfast yesterday, and so thank you all for pitching in. Please direct your attention to the announcements that are in your bulletin, and if you're watching online, please visit cslaz.org for our announcements and events calendar. And also, if you have not been to the website in the last, 2 weeks? Yeah, go check it out. Heather has redone it, and it is amazing. And so, thank you, Heather.
The God in me beholds the God in you. It is all for our greatest and highest good. The God in me beholds the God in you. And you and I are one. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. It is all for our greatest and highest good. The God in me beholds the God in you. And you and I are one. Namaste. Namaste.
Good morning. My name is Louise, and I am your practitioner for today. And the practitioners are the healing arm of the church. So if there is anything you would like prayer for, we have prayer request cards over there. Please fill them out and put them in the box, and we will be happy to pray for you all week. And I light the service candle, knowing that we each have a light within us, and that it is your lights that shine bright this morning. So just get comfortable and just know there is one power, one presence, one infinite intelligence in the universe, and that is God. God is simply all there is. Within this power and this presence, all is possible. We are each one with this infinite intelligence, this presence, and we now align ourselves with the one, with the mind of God. We each are peace, love, joy, and wisdom as our consciousness opens us up to the truth. And I now affirm that we are all rooted in the togetherness of today's celebration, and we all grow in body, mind, and spirit through this rootedness and connection. And I declare and affirm that the service today is whole, perfect, and complete in my mind, in the mind of God. And we anchor this by saying,
and so it is.
So today's topic is roots. I found an article and I just tweaked it just a tiny bit. So spirituality is a part of all of our lives, whether we consciously are aware of it and nurture it within ourselves or not. We are spiritual beings. Practicing a religious faith is one way to express and ground one's spirituality. But spirituality transcends any one religion. Some have referred to spirituality as a deep, underground river that gives us strength and sustenance, and acknowledge that there are many ways, many wells to tap into the river. In other words, one God, many, many paths. Staying with the idea of spirituality being underground and often out of view, I have always liked that image that our spirituality is like the root system of a tree. When I think of spirituality as the root system of a tree, I think of my childhood. My mother, bless her soul, she tended each of us 7 children like we were seedlings, and fed and watered us with her strong faith and spirituality. She was a deeply spiritual person, and it was not unusual to her utter, "Lord, help me," as she rolled her eyes up to God. Her call for help at those moments were really heartfelt from her. I mean, she would just go, "Oh, God, help me." Anyway, the roots of a tree are what ground a tree and what helps the tree to stand upright. The roots are also what bring nourishment to the tree. In order for a tree to grow taller or broader, it must simultaneously grow deeper and broader roots. And we are also learning that the roots of a tree spread out and interact with the roots of other trees and the forest floor itself, drawing strength from nearby trees and the forest in times of distress. Just as with the roots of a tree, Our spirituality needs to be watered and deepened regularly over our entire lives. Spirituality helps us define our core values and purpose and begins to be developed in childhood. Thank you, Mother. Let's see, where was I? These values are especially important in the first half of our lives, as we are then in the midst of making important decisions that build the foundations for the rest of our lives. In the second half of our life, our spirituality helps us deal with aging, loss, and letting go. It helps us to make peace with what has been, what is, and what will be. Just as with trees, deep roots can help sustain us through rainy and stormy days. And I close this with a quote from Pierre Teilhard de Chardin that we all know very well. We are not human beings having spiritual experiences. We are spiritual beings having human experiences. Namaste. So I take this candle and hold the high watch.
I had a dream I was a tree. My roots were shallow in the ground. The wind was blowing against me. Then I fell without a sound. Then the woodsman came and took my limbs, changed me with a saw and flint. The ash that traveled in the breeze is what I thought I had become. There's so much more to me. Yeah, they asked where I'd go and who I'd be. I told them I will always be in the light beyond the trees. The leaves I bore gave shade to many. Explorers climbed me for the view. The deer would have my bark in winter. Children came, I bore them fruit. There's so much more to me. Yeah, they asked where I'd go and who I'd be. I told them I will always be in the light beyond the trees. I was replanted in the ground. My roots grew deeper in the ground. I was the only tree in the field that day. I think I was, I think I was, I think I was. I had a dream I was a tree. My roots were shallow in the ground. The wind was blowing against me. Then I fell without a sound. Yeah, there's so much more to me. Yeah, they asked where I'd go and who I'd be. I tell them I will always be in the light beyond the trees. Ooh. Thank you. Namaste.
That is one of my favorite songs, and I think you knew that. Wow, I love that song. And it occurred to me that Louise looked at me to ask if roots was the topic today, because we so often change the topics up here, right? Guess what? I'm sticking with it today. It's roots. It's roots. So some of you know I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri, or in the St. Louis, Missouri area, Illinois, across the river, etc. And in that area, in the Midwest, trees grow deep roots. And everything grows vertically. Oaks, maples, expectations. Deep roots meant that it means endurance to me and sustainability. And I learned how to keep going regardless of the climate because of those deep roots. I learned how to navigate blizzards, family reunions, and fruit Jell-O salad with questionable ingredients. My parents were not particularly religious or spiritual. We didn't talk about it. But I did have a Reverend Doctor uncle who lived far away with his family. And because of him, and I'm kind of relating it to the proximity of that family, my family not talking about religion. You never talked about that in public, you know. But my faith formed in my imagination as something that was distant to me. It wavered just on the horizon, like an oasis, never quite fully materializing in my life. Although I chased it a lot, but it was never something I could quite get my hands on. Never arrived in my life until I found religious science, or science of mind, in 1995. When I moved to Green Valley in 2021, I learned something new. Never judge a cactus by its cover. From the outside, cactus do not especially look welcoming. They stand in the desert appearing defensive, dehydrated, and mildly irritated that you're even there, right? But their real lesson is in how they survive. Most cacti do not have deep roots. Instead, they spread wide, staying close to the surface so they can quickly receive whatever nourishment might come, however small and fleeting. And that, I came to understand, is the wisdom of shallow roots. Survival here is not about digging deeper into certainty, but about staying open and receptive. I see spirituality in that, because many of us think being rooted in spirit means becoming giant mystical oaks with wind chimes and perfect emotional regulation. But sometimes spiritual rootedness looks more like a cactus than a towering oak. Resilient, adaptable, capable of surviving difficult conditions without losing the capacity to bloom. Back in the Midwest, rain was expected. Here, it's an event. We don't merely observe rain here. We go to the grocery store and talk to strangers about it. Hey, did you see that storm yesterday? When really, the storm was 3 drops of rain and a confused cloud over Green Valley. The cactus knows something, though, that the oak and the deep roots of the Midwest do not even need to learn. When nourishment arrives, receive it fully. When nourishment arrives, receive it fully. I repeated that for me. I need to learn that. When I think about it, this is one of the deepest spiritual lessons of my life. While the Midwest formed deep roots, teaching me how to stand steady when storms come, the desert refined my receptivity, teaching me how to remain open for the gifts when nothing seems to fall from the sky. In our spirituality, we need both deep roots and shallow roots. The deep roots for the strength to remain grounded during life's storms, and the shallow roots to stay open, to receive nourishment even when seasons appear dry. Because Spirit does not always arrive as a thunderstorm. Sometimes Spirit arrives in tiny, unexpected kindnesses, like raindrops 6 inches apart, or a moment of silence, or a good laugh at exactly the right time. Even 5 peaceful minutes on your patio in the morning before the sun gets personally aggressive. And you know those tumbleweeds? Those little chaotic things that blow across the highways of Arizona like they've completely lost control. That's how many people are living right now, rolling from diversion to diversion, from breaking news to breaking news, from outrage to outrage. Spirit is not absent in those times, though. Spirit is always present. Ernest Holmes teaches that beneath all appearances, there is deeper reality. There's one life, one mind, one intelligence, one divine presence, expressing through all of creation. This is not just a philosophical idea, but an invitation to awareness in how we live. The question then is not if we are rooted, but what are we rooted in? Because whatever we are consciously rooted in bears fruit in our life. When we root ourselves in fear, anxiety moves in. When we root ourselves in resentment, bitterness takes hold. When we root ourselves in comparisons to each other, exhaustion results. But when we root ourselves in spirit, something steadier endures, even in difficult situations. We become less reactive and more grounded, less driven by panic and more guided by presence. We begin to notice beauty more. Compassion comes more easily. Silence becomes nourishing instead of uncomfortable. Even in uncertainty, there is a quiet sense that we are held by something larger than the circumstance. Roots quietly hold everything together. They are hidden, not social media influencers posting inspirational videos. And just like roots, our deepest spiritual work is often invisible. It is forgiving someone when our ego prefers revenge. It is blessing our bodies instead of criticizing them. It is resting without guilt. That is root work. I used to think spiritual growth would demonstrate as a calmer voice, by flowing linen clothing, by perhaps floating above the carpet. I've discovered, though, that spiritual growth often makes us weirder before it makes us wiser. Because once we begin rooting ourselves in spirit, we stop organizing life around performance and appearances. We stop asking, how do I look? And begin to ask, what is true? And truth, it turns out, is rarely perfect because spirit expresses itself as each of us, quirks and all, especially the quirks, in my opinion. Some of you alphabetize your spices. Some of you talk to your houseplants like they're going through an emotional trauma. And some of you have an entire spiritual relationship with your coffee mug. And I am one of you. Over time, a deeper understanding of spirituality begins to emerge, not as conformity, but as authenticity. Creation itself never repeats a design. The cactus is not trying to be a pine, And Spirit is not trying to turn you into someone else's vision of themselves. And that realization changes how we see other people too. Because it's one thing to accept individuality and our humanity in us. It's another thing entirely to extend grace to someone else. Especially when it turns in front of us without signaling. And we can offer grace and endless compassion to the driver behind us who is clearly going through something, while the driver in front of us is apparently intent on sabotaging our spiritual growth. Spirit does not express through humanity in identical ways. Some people bloom in our lives as wildflowers, rooted, vibrant, quietly offering beauty wherever they grow. Others arrive like tumbleweed, disconnected from their roots and carried by the winds of fear, loss, confusion, and circumstance. And perhaps part of spiritual maturity is learning not to judge the tumbleweeds too harshly, because every drifting soul was once rooted somewhere too. Sometimes the most loving thing we can do is offer steadiness, compassion, and grace until they remember how to reconnect to the ground of their own being. Roots grow underground, in unseen places. Most of us don't like unseen places. We want immediate action, immediate healing, immediate transformation, immediate enlightenment. We want to know something is happening. We want spiritual Amazon Prime. Hey, I called yesterday and I ordered inner peace yesterday. It's not here yet. Spirit often does its deepest work beneath the surface. Science of mind teaches us that life is always creating through us, even when we cannot see visible results. Just because nothing appears to be happening above ground does not mean transformation is absent below. And perhaps that is especially true as we age. So let's talk about aging for a minute. You ready? Ready? If aging was a character, I would see aging as Lurch of the Addams Family. Barely noticeable, just a distant shuffle down the hallway, or a creak in the stairwell, a mysterious sound as we stand up. Then one day, there it is, standing right in front of us, fully visible, Lurch. Tall, undeniable, slightly alarming. You rang. Aging humbles us. Gravity becomes evangelical. It starts preaching everywhere. Things begin descending that once seemed permanently affixed. Knees become conversational. They begin announcing their opinions every time we sit, stand, climb stairs, name it. Eyelids become philosophical, because eventually they seem to contemplate gravity, impermanence, and surrender long before the rest of us is emotionally prepared to do so. Aging changes the atmosphere, the moment it enters the room. Conversations become about the quality of our sleep and joint replacements. People begin discussing fiber with the intensity once reserved for political debates. And much like Lurch, aging is not especially interested in vanity. It lumbers into life exposing things like the need to keep up appearances, unresolved fears, and the illusion that we have more time. Lurch is the slow, unavoidable reminder of gravity and that shortage of time. Those things that we cannot negotiate. And he is not interested in your skincare regimen, but the architecture of your days. Where does your attention go? Where do you invest your energy? And do your choices align with what still will matter when everything else falls away? The good news about Lurch, there is something sacred happening, because healthy aging can root us more deeply into authenticity. Spirit is saying, you don't have to bloom constantly to be a gift and to be alive in this world. We start asking questions like, what truly sustains me? What matters now? Who am I beneath achievement and appearances? That is spiritual maturity, not perfection, but depth. And spiritually rooted people feel different to be around. Have you noticed that? They're not always the loudest, or the most polished, or the most successful people. But they carry groundedness, peacefulness, like desert landscapes after rain. You stand near them and your nervous system just relaxes. Because rooted people draw their sense of identity from something deeper than approval. They are connected to source. Well-rooted people become shelters. Even cactus become shelter in the desert. Birds nest in them. Animals survive because of them. And what appears prickly from the distance may actually be quietly sustaining life all around it. And that may describe half the older people I know. Slightly sharp on the outside and deeply nourishing on the inside. Being rooted does not mean being rigid. It means being adaptable. Cacti know how to conserve energy. They know how to endure difficult conditions. They trust life. So perhaps faith is less about controlling life and more about consenting to it, trusting that something intelligent is unfolding even when conditions feel dry. Because difficult seasons come for everyone. The question is not, can I avoid hardship? The question is, what holds me when hardship arrives? Meditation helps. Prayer helps. Community helps. Beauty helps. Silence helps. And humor definitely helps. Spirituality, in my belief, is not passive wishing or waiting for cosmic doors to recognize us. It is participation. We decide, we believe, and we move our feet. We align intention with action, trusting what science of mind calls the law of cause and effect. Meaning, life meets us at the level we are willing to embody. What we hold in consciousness, we experience in form. You guys all know that. I know you do. And yet there are moments when the automatic door does not open in front of us. I once walked into an automatic door. That kind that opens supposedly fast enough. Yeah, it didn't. I'm fairly certain that maybe one of the best metaphors of spirituality, because most of us assume the universe will part dramatically for our plans. We strive forward with confidence, certainty, and occasionally a latte in hand, assuming every door will recognize our importance and glide open accordingly. Then life says, no, funk. Nothing humbles the ego more than walking face first into glass in front of witnesses. But perhaps, too, that is spiritual intelligence. Maybe we are not being punished and delayed so much as redirected. Not every closed door is resistance. Sometimes it is recalibration. Maybe we are gently being retaught the difference between assumption and alignment. Because spiritual growth is not simply moving forward, it is moving in resonance. We tend to imagine enlightenment as moving through life with ease and clarity, But often spirituality is the process of noticing invisible walls that we've been blindly walking into all of our lives. The need for approval, which limits our authenticity. The demand for certainty, which shuts down trust in the unknown. The illusion of control, which creates resistance to life exactly as it is. And the assumption that I already know, which blocks curiosity, learning, and growth. Bunk. And still, there is this grace. There is grace in it. Because even when we bump into the glass, Spirit is not withholding. It is revealing. We adjust, we soften, we realign. And in that moment after impact, after checking to see who saw us, something opens inwardly, even when the door has not yet opened outwardly. Science of mind teaches that at the center of our being is wholeness, not someday, but now. Spirit is already fully present. Rootedness simply means returning again and again to that, that inner ground that is underneath panic, underneath performance, appearance, and striving. So this week I invite you to practice a little root uncovering. It's not building, because they're already there. You don't have to build the roots, just dust them off. Not asking you to do grand spiritual gymnastics, just small moments of conscious grounding. Pause before reacting. Stand outside during a sunrise. Bless your food. Call someone you love. Sit in silence for 2 minutes. Forgive one small thing. And drink water like your kidneys are those starving or thirsting children in China. Roots grow through repetition, and eventually, with practice, almost without noticing, we become steadier, not because life became easier, but because we became anchored in something deeper than circumstance. So may we become less like tumbleweeds and more like cactus, resilient and adaptive. May we remember that healthy roots are both deep enough to anchor us and wide enough to receive nourishment when grace appears. May we bloom even in difficult seasons, offer shelter to one another, and remember that none of us, not even Lurch, grows toward Spirit as though it were distant. We grow from it because it is already our source, and so it is.
All right. Well, if you'd like to stretch your branches, you're welcome to stand, and let's sing our next song, God is My Source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all His blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. Yeah.
Okay, please read with me our offering affirmation found in your program. My gift goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless all that it touches. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I share generously of my good, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly, and so it is. Thank you, Sheryl. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the gifts that not only the financial gifts that you bring forth that we share with the community by 20% every month, and it goes to this beautiful center and the programs that we have here. So I give great thanks to each one of you, to your hearts, to your love, to your joy. I love standing up here and seeing your faces. Let's close with a treatment, a prayer, and then we circle up and we enjoy refreshments and getting to know each other. So as we take a big, deep breath in, we know and we give great thanks for this center, for the beauty of each individual that walks through these doors, for the time spent together, for the joy, for the laughter, the quirkiness of each one. I am so grateful for that. I know that as we move on through life in our daily, weekly, individual lives, I know that we are with the one divine source that provides all that is needed and more. We express and we experience the good of all of life. I give great thanks for this. And I anchor it by saying, and so it is. Circle up, as they say.
sail in a decade full of dreams, and he takes her to his school, and he treats her like a queen, bearing beads from California with their amber stones and green. He has called her from the harbor, he has kissed her with his freedom, he has heard her off to starboard. In the breaking and the breathing of the water weeds, while she was busy being free. There's a man who's climbed a mountain, and he's calling out her name, and he hopes her heart can hear. 3,000 miles he calls again, he can think her there beside her, he can miss her just the same. He has missed her in the forest, while he showed her all the flowers, and he branches sang the chorus, and he climbed the scaly towers of the forest tree, while she was somewhere being free. There's a man who sent a letter, and he's waiting for a reply. He has asked her of her trials since the day they said goodbye. He writes, I wish you were beside me, we can make it if we try. He has seen her at the office with her name on all his papers, through the sharing of the profits. He will find it hard to shake her from his memory, while she's so busy being free. There's a lady in the city, and she thinks she loves them all. There's the one who's thinking of her, there's the one who sometimes calls, there's the one who writes her letters with his facts and figures scrawled. He had brought him to her senses, they have laughed inside her laughter, now she rallies her defenses, for she has fears that one will ask her for eternity, while she's so busy being free. There's a man who sends her medals, she's bleeding from the war. There's a jouster and a jester, and a man who owns a store. There's a drummer and a dreamer, and you know there may be more. She will love them when she sees them, they will lose her if they follow, and she only means to please them, and her heart is full and hollow like a cactus tree, while she's so busy being free. There is only one mind, that mind is God, that mind is love, that mind is all in all. There is only one mind, that mind is good, that mind is the only one, 'cause there's only one God. There is none, yours and mine. there's not his and hers, there's not good and bad, not a million minds that never were. There is only one mind, that mind is God, that mind is love, that mind is all in all. There is only one mind, that mind is good, that mind is the only one, 'cause there's only one God. There is no personal mind, no one does without, no one's left behind. The infinite mind leaves no one out. There is only one mind, that mind is God, that mind is love, that mind is all in all. There's only one mind, that mind is good, that mind is the only one, 'cause there's only one God. There's only one, 'cause there's only one God. That mind is the only one, 'cause there's only one God. I know spirit, I talk to God. I know spirit, I talk to God. Faith, hope, and love are some good things it gave us, but the greatest of these is love. But the greatest of these is love. I know spirit, I talk to God. I know spirit, I talk to God. Faith, hope, and love are some good things He gave us, but the greatest of these is love. The greatest of these, the greatest of these, oh, the greatest of these is love, is love. Oh, it's love. Yeah, it's love.